luxury. Queen living comfortably. Lately I've been stunting cause these hating hoes is making me. Bitch, I'm self-made, sipping lemonade.
What's good, everybody? It's Kayla Got the 411. I am back for another What's Good episode. And by the time you all see this, this will be top of the new year. So Luxurii, she's going to be my first guest. Y'all know I always got to have a woman for these special occasions. Now, Luxurii, since the segment is called What's Good? What's good with you, girl? How you been?
Good. I've been really good. You know, I've been staying prayed up, blessed, working hard, thriving every day, just trying to be the best person that I could be. I got to tell myself every day, you know, you receive what you put out in the world. So I just try to be the best me I could be every day.
Yes. Now we met at that beat challenge now.
Yes.
Now, how did you even end up there? Like, did you know G Money? Because you're from St. Louis, right?
Right. From St. Louis. So it was actually through Major 88. Major 88 Key.
You know everybody.
Yeah, so it was through him, and so we went out, you know, we're gonna support, we're gonna go to all the events, especially if we know you, we rock with you like that, like, yeah, we're gonna be there to support. So, and we were there, and I was like, oh, I gotta get my interview with you, and time just was getting stretched out so far, and it was like, all right, next time.
Everything is perfect timing, because I know, you know, sometimes you really have moments where you feel like, okay, I gotta take care of me. Like, have you had those moments as an artist where you be like, okay, I gotta chill and just take care of me? And that's what I went through. I took a little few breaks and stuff like that, but I reached out to you to have you on there. It's always perfect time, and I feel like this is perfect time, and this will be out the top of the new year as well. Now, your name is Luxurii. Now, I love the way you spell it. Now, how did you get that name?
Luxurii. So, it actually started off in the club. I was a dancer. And Luxurii, I started off as Licious, and Licious turned into Luxurii because I just felt like I was worth more. Like, I need more money. I need my bag to be bigger, you know? So it was like Luxurii. And the girls used to, you know, play with me like, oh, you too expensive, but whatever. It was Luxurii, and it's been Luxurii ever since. And it's two eyes. Know why? Because you have to realize everything that's around you. You know, your eyes are everything. They're not gonna lie. Your eyes are not gonna lie.
And I feel like with that name, it's not even just Luxurii, like being there. It's like following you throughout your music journey as well, throughout life. Like when people hear that name, like I feel like names really have a big impact on how people receive you. So as soon as you introduce yourself, people are like, oh.
And it's a luxury because it's watch Lily go luxury. You could be anybody working from like a 9 to 5 or whatever, and don't ever let nobody tell you like what you can't do. It's just like do it and tell them watch. So when you become a luxury, you know what I'm saying? You become everything that you want it to be.
I love that. It's definitely all about the mindset too. So take me back to the moment where you realize, okay, you know, I'm gonna take this music serious.
Ooh, so I've always knew that I wanted to be in music, you know, something like, you know, writing music, backup dancing, playing an instrument. But the moment that I wanted to take it serious is actually my mom, she threw a birthday party. And she wanted me to perform, and she invited, it was a group called BBOD. They're not a group anymore though, but they were on Love and Hip Hop. And the two girls. Yeah, it was Sexy Lexi and Miss Mo Money.
The original City Girls. Yes.
Yeah. And they gave me a lot of feedback and told me to keep going. So I was like, okay. So then I went to the studio, recorded a song, and people actually liked it. And I was like, okay, you know, like I know that I've always had like an ear for music, but like I didn't know that people would receive it like that, you know, coming from me. You know what I mean? So so once I did that, and then I started selling tickets for shows. And once I was able to sell tickets, I was like, yeah, this is it.
Now, all this took place in St. Louis because you are from Michigan, but you moved to St. Louis.
Yes.
So how did that affect your sound? Because I don't know a lot of people that have popped out of Michigan. Like, did you really did all this take place in St. Louis?
So I started rapping in Michigan, but I was just playing around with it.
Right.
My brother, he was a rapper. He was rapping, he's still rapping. And I used to just hop on his computer and make, songs. Me and my homegirl, we hopped on his computer and made some songs, and rode around and was playing with it, and everybody liked it. It was like, okay, that's cool. But it was like when I got to St. Louis, it was a different kind of push for me out there. Like, I don't know what it was. It was something different outside of, your family and your friends, of them just saying like, oh, we like your music. It was something outside of that, like y'all don't even know me, and y'all accepted me like this, and they love it.
Yes, I feel like, girl, it's been a lot of y'all on here from St. Louis. Like more people on this show from St. Louis than actual Atlanta. And one thing I can notice about St. Louis artists is that it's just a particular more grind and hustle. Because here in Atlanta, it's more of who you know. So you could be like a shitty rapper and they gonna boost you up just because your daddy own the big nightclub. And I feel like in St. Louis, y'all actually have talent and y'all actually stick together. There's a different grind. Just even how y'all conduct yourself in this interview. And that's no shade. This is facts. That's how I feel. Just based on how many of y'all I've talked to on this segment. Now, your music, how would you describe your music? Because I think you don't make overly sexual music. You just a sexy person. So how is it being a woman in the industry and trying to build your brand? And, there's all types of challenges that they always face, when it comes with being a female rapper. Like, how have you been able to handle that as you put out music videos, your streams are going up. How have you been handling that, especially from, thirsty men?
Yeah. Well, them thirsty men can't have none because I'm lesbian. Okay. And, so just starting from just things that's going on as far as in my career, as far as being, I guess, intimidated or by another female figure who seems to have a certain type of body form or something like that. None of that should, bother you. I think a BBL does not make you sexy but kudos to those who go get it. True. You know what I'm saying? It's your body, you do what you want to do with it.
But I love the fact that you mentioned that too, because that leads into my next question. They always say sex sells. Have you felt the pressure to want to do the colorful pink hair and get a BBL, or you just feel comfortable with who you are?
Well, I already do colorful pink hair and all of that. Right. And I don't think it should be no pressure. That's the number one thing. I don't think it should be any pressure at all. You are beautiful as you come. And you don't need to go get a BBL to sell records. It makes people forget about the craft. What happened to the craft? What happened to the hard work and dedication that you put into it? It takes away from all of that. So I just say, stay true to yourself. But if you want to get it because you think it'll make you feel happier, then go get it.
They call it the female rapper starter pack. I feel it's okay for everybody to be different. Because I feel like a lot of the listeners, they're craving something different. They're craving an artist. You see artists like Glorilla, she's different than what we've had for a very long time, but she's being accepted as well. So as you are a female rapper, are there any particular female rappers that you feel kind of inspired you? Okay, I can really do this.
It's a lot of female.
You ain't gotta say female. You can say male too. Yeah.
But you asked female, so I'm gonna answer it that way. Because I love all of my female artists, and a lot of female artists inspire me in different ways. It's
Right.
not really as such as like the body or the write or the pen, or like I feel like they all do a good job in all of it, and they all inspire me in different ways. You know what I'm saying? The way Nicki took over the game. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The way how rappers had came into like fashion, you know what I'm saying? Or I was gonna say Rihanna, she's not a rapper, but she's high fashion. You know, your Cardi B,
Right.
she's high fashion, you know, and then like the ones that's just absolutely just like lyrical, you know, you got your lottos and you know, so like it's something inspirational from all of the girls. And that's something that I want to give back to my fans. It's something to inspire them.
And now, for people who know you and they listen to one of your songs, they're like, okay, I really like this song. I want to know more about her. Like, what's one thing you want people to get from your music when they listen to you?
You could be bougie and ratchet at the same time.
Yes.
You could be bougie and ratchet at the same time. Like, you don't have to hide it. You don't have to hide that you only drink bottled water and you don't drink tap. And you don't have to hide that you want to twerk on the weekends. Like
Yes.
It doesn't
Yes.
matter. Like, you could do it.
Yeah, I tell people I'm bougie ghetto, you know.
Yeah.
It's like a mix, it's the perfect mix too. And I love that too. You don't either have to be either or. So we're gonna go ahead and have a little fun, ask you a few questions and get to know you. Okay. They real chill questions, I promise.
I like a game. I like a game.
So the first couple is gonna be either or. So first one, FaceTime or text.
Depends on who I'm talking to. Because like I like to keep it real cute, sweet, and simple. You know,
Yeah.
so it would be a text, but you know, if I rock with you like that and it's like I want to have a conversation, it'll be a face call, but it'll be a text for me.
Yes, FaceTime privilege, you gotta earn those. Now,
Yeah.
pen or freestyle?
Pen all day. I feel like I'm a songwriter first. Like I love to write songs, you know, but I'll freestyle in the car though. But pen, it's the pen.
Yes. Yes. Now, next, low key or big crowds?
I'm low key in the big crowd.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm low key in the big crowd. Huh?
Sure, get fine.
Oh, Taurus.
Oh, Taurus. Okay, that's
Yeah, I'm the bull. May 15th.
Yes. Now take me back to like your first studio experience. Like, do you remember it?
As a kid.
Like the first time you went into the studio and you recorded like an actual real song.
Oh, okay. So yeah, okay. So my first time in the studio, yes, I remember it. I walked in and I was like, dang, like it's so much stuff on the panel, so many keys, so many knobs, so many twisted turns. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like we finna record it? Like, yeah. So you go in that side, like, I'm like, it's an actual booth. Like I'm not in front of no computer or nothing. It's an actual booth.
Yeah.
So I go into the booth and it's like I'm recording. They telling me all of these words like ad lib and dub and you know, and I'm like, I don't know what none of this means. I don't know what none of this means, but you want me to say it over again? Okay, I could do that. But I got it mixed and mastered. And that was my first single, Bands. And that was that song.
Really?
Yes. That was Bands.
Yeah. It's amazing. And just seeing like the journey that you were like taking it as well, like with a remix too. We're gonna get more into the music video later. Now, who was the first person that you called with good news?
If my fiance not with me, it'll be my mom. I'm gonna call her with the good news first. I know, especially when it comes to like music and new jobs, a new income, some new income.
Right. Okay.
Like, okay, I'm so proud of you. You doing big things. Like, but I love to make my mama proud. So I'm gonna call her every time I got something going on.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, last one now. What is your biggest L that you ever had? But what was your biggest win you had in life as well?
My biggest L. I would say giving up. It's my biggest L would be like being in my head too much. You know, sometimes I could be in my head too much and I'm like, okay, is this right? This right? Should I, you know what I'm saying? But the biggest win is just figuring out who I am, what I'm here for, what my purpose is, you know what I'm saying? Giving back to my fans, making sure that my family is good, making sure that my music is right, staying prayed up, blessed up, foot on their necks, period.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I love that.
Nothing
Now,
less.
we all need some support, you know, in this music entertainment industry. It can sometimes become a bit much. So how has it been with like your friends and like your family and your fiance, like supporting you? Like, has they been able to really help motivate you on them days where you feel like, you know what, I can't do it?
Yes. They harder on me than I'm on myself.
Yeah.
Like I'm hard on myself, like, you know, when I'm looking at myself and when I'm at rehearsals and things like that. But it's like, okay, it's time to get up, it's time to post. Oh, it's time to go to the gym. Oh, you got a meeting today. You got to do this. You got to do that. And I be like, oh my gosh. But I'm ready. I'm ready to do it. But they be on my head though. They be on my head.
You honestly, I feel like a lot of artists, they really would appreciate having that support system as well. You say your fiance is she's your manager as well. Like, how is that dynamic? Like, working together
it get
and
hard
coming home together.
sometimes. It get hard sometimes, but we make it work. You know, we rock it to the end and we gonna make it work.
Now, that's your manager. Now, how did you even meet your fiance? Because I think that whenever you have these journeys throughout your life where you have like accomplishments, the goal is to take, you know, your loved ones with you as well. People always want to know, like, who are you with? Like, who's that person with? Especially like in the music video, she was there.
Mm-hmm.
So how did y'all meet?
So we just met through a mutual friend. It wasn't even through the music business or the entertainment or anything like that. It was actually through like a personal friend, and we met like that and grew together. We used to take, you know, walks and rides and just talk for hours and hours and hours.
Oh,
Yeah, and we support each other to the max. You know, she's a chef. She works with children and things like that, you know what I'm saying? And she also does like catering for like house calls and stuff. So if you want your house decorated, you know, for Valentine's Day, she'll come and cook you up a nice meal for you and your mate, you know, decorated real nice.
Yes, ain't nothing like having somebody that has their own thing going on, because while you're focusing on your music and your writing, she has her something good. There's nothing worse than having somebody all up in your business about how long you at the studio, about you talking to this person. Like, you have somebody there who understands what you're doing, because they're writing as well. Now, we talked about the single bands earlier. Now, you did a band remix and you did a music video as well. It looked like fun. So tell me, what made you do a remix to that song, and what was it like shooting the music video? What was the creative process?
It was fun. First of all, it was fun shooting it. Like, I enjoyed everybody that came out. Shout out to all the artists that was on it. I just wanted to do a remix because, like I said, that was the first one. That was the first song that I did. So I'm like, okay, let's do a remix and spice it up and bring it back to everybody. You know, and that got people still going back listening to the first version, and they also like the remix as well. But it just came about just like the guy and oh my gosh, where is it? New Orleans. The beat came from New Orleans. Yeah, one of my producers out in New Orleans. So I'm like, yeah, I need a remix beat real quick for bands. You know, can you shoot me something real quick? And he shot me over the beat, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm loving this. So I actually sent the beat out to about 12 different artists.
Oh, really?
It was about like 5 of us on there. Yeah.
It's dope. Like, a lot of times, like, everybody is, especially in the music industry, everybody's all for themselves, but to be able to put that many people on a song, they're like, that's your baby. I feel like that song, that's your baby. That's like your first real song that you did in the studio that kind of, you know, got you to really keep going. So it's kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like special to have them on there. Now, how did they record this? Like, did everybody come to the studio or did they just send it in?
It was a couple people that came to the studio. It was three artists out of the 5, well, including me in the 3. So it was 2 came and then 2 recorded on their own. But everybody was in different states. We had people in Detroit, Missouri, different parts of Michigan and Missouri.
Yes, that is dope. Now, Luxury, that we getting towards the end of the interview. Now, what do you have coming out for 2023? Like an EP, a mixtape? Like, give me the 411.
Okay, so for 2023, yes, I do have an album dropping, and I also have a mixtape coming. A bunch of like release parties and a bunch of shows coming up. And I'm also working on some other little goodies that I got for my Lux gang. My Lux gang.
Oh, I like that. The Lux gang. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's the Lux gang. You know, it's just watch Lily go luxury. And, you know, like I tell them, watch. Just watch. Tell them, watch. They hating, tell them, watch. Watch.
Yes.
Just watch.
And one thing I can say, you know, even if people don't even like a comment, there's always somebody watching. You know, you look in your store.
There's always somebody watching.
It's like, my God.
Look at the
like,
views and the
what
likes.
are you trying to do?
Look at the views and the likes. It's always somebody watching.
Yes. And I love having you all on here just telling the story, because a lot of artists is on here, like just seeing their journey now. It's like people never really expect much out of you. You know, they always be like, oh, look at that person. Then when you start getting one interview, the next interview, and all of a sudden this song getting views, like then all of a sudden here come the likes and the comments, like, go girl.
Right. It'd be like, I take certain pictures of certain people. They'd be like, oh, okay, I listened to your song, girl. No, you didn't. But it's okay though.
Exactly.
I love all my fans.
Yeah, before we end, I'm big on manifestation. And I feel like since it's coming out at the top of the year, like, let's go ahead and manifest. Like, let's say you are being nominated for Best New Artist at the Grammys. What would be your accepted speech?
Oh my God, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Oh my God, I think I'm gonna cry. Okay. First of all, I want to thank God. I want to thank the man above, because none of this would be possible without him. I want to thank my friends and my family. I want to thank all of my fans for making this possible. I want to thank my beat makers, my producers, everybody who helped me, everybody who believed in me, and everybody who didn't. I want to say, I told y'all, watch.
Yes. That's gonna be the encore there. Yes, I love that. I love that. You know,
that's me.
I feel like things like that will happen. We just gotta say it and put it out there in the universe. And I like that you didn't leave out your producers out there, because I feel like producers, you know, they really play a big part in putting everything together. Engineers too. So I love the fact that you mentioned them. And Luxury, I want to say thank you so much for, you know, finally being on the show. And that was chill, cool, and fun, right?
Yes, it was. It was.
Yes, if you have a show in Atlanta, just let me know. I always try to come out to support like local. I'm pretty sure you'll be back in Atlanta. Like, everybody always come here.